Now, the final option that we are going to talk about is the inflation. As you can probably remember, we talked about it in the global settings in the first session, but this time we are going to talk about it as a local setting, which can be applied over a special geometry. Because we are going to apply the inflation command over our cylinders, and as you can probably remember, we have hidden them, we are going to simply right click on the blank space in the graphics window and go over invert visibility so that we can show the cylinder bodies while hiding the arc geometry. As you know probably, we have to delete the previous command, which was the pinch, and then go over the inflation command. After clicking on and enabling the inflation command, you can see that the software will ask you only for two things. The first thing is the geometry over which you want to create the inflation mesh, and the second is the boundary which you want to create inflation on. Let's say we would select the left cylinder as our geometry of interest, and then as for the boundary, we are going to select the side boundary of this cylinder. As for the inflation option, you get to select among different settings and options here, which was thoroughly explained in the first session, but for this session we are going to simply stick with the smooth transition option. Now, as you can see here, the selected cylinder has a different type of mesh placed over it comparing to the other cylinder, which is simply because of the inflation option and the inflation layer that we have generated over it. Also, as you all probably know by watching the previous sessions, we can simply use the section plane option to divide our cylinder into two different sides and see the interior mesh. Also, as you all probably remember, if you go over the section planes as shown here and then click on the diamond shape icon, you can see the 3D view of the interior myself. After watching these 4 sessions, you have almost learned about every settings and commands available in ANSYS Meshing. And from now on, we are going to apply these commands to real and physical problems that you might face as an CFD engineer.